Built my career on, if I was the guy that knew how to do something and knew how to do it better than anybody else, that was my value. That is what I traded for money, and that's how I got myself value. And I did that for quite some time, and it worked really well. For a number of years, I did contract work for Aflac, Total Systems, what was then Doctors Hospital, Columbus Regional. I was all over the place. On me that what I know made me a bit indispensable. And at first it was great. I was the guy that ran the network, and let's face it, at that time, Blue Cross Blue Shield didn't really know what a network was. So that was great. But that means that when the phone rings at 3 o'clock in the morning that there's a problem, you're the only person that can answer the question. So it means you get every 3 o'clock in the morning phone call. You get every call around fixing something that happens to be in the data center. And I thought for a while, there's a guy that I'm working for that gets paid more than I do who's sleeping at night. If you're considering graduate school, here's what I'll tell you. It doesn't get easier to go to graduate school later in life. If you have the opportunity to go, right? Take that opportunity now. You'd be amazed at the doors that'll open for you just knowing you have that. And especially at CSU, since it's an accredited business school. It matters that it's an accredited business school, right? I go to the MBA thing and I start learning business acumen. And the more I learn about business acumen, one, the more I can translate what these guys are talking about. Because even though these guys ran big IT divisions, they were not talking IT stuff. They talked IT projects. They talked deployment, where we're getting technology in here. But it was all about the finances. It was all about aligning to business objectives. It wasn't about the decision to come back, not as a computer science graduate or major, but to come back as a business major was all about the exposure I got to those folks running IT as part of the business, right? It was no longer about, do you know how to code something to make something happen? It was about what do you ask those coders to do? What do you need from your business to ask IT to do for you? And that was a conversation I wanted to be in. Think of everything you do in terms of outcomes, not output, not how much you do, but how much value you create from what you do is a different way of thinking about what you want to do and how you want to invest your money, specifically around IT in a business today. It works to be part of your life. When you think about what opportunities you have out there, you're better off, you're going to be more successful, in my opinion, if you choose opportunities that align with the things that you want to do. It's learning, connecting, deliver for people, think about outcomes, and whatever you do not think about, in Joel's opinion, balancing work and life. Find a way to integrate work and life that's meaningful to you. You will be a better employee. I think you'll be a better person. I think you'll be happier if you do that, again, in Joel's opinion. And that to me is where I don't think of my job as something I have to do. I want to do this. And if I didn't want to do it, I'll go do something else, right? It's a means to an end. I like the rest of you, I like having the latest iPhone or whatever it is I want to buy with money. But if you make it about just a means to an end, you'll miss these opportunities when they come up. You'll miss that call when somebody says, yeah, I want you to be the guy that goes and does this or the woman that does that. I'm connecting the dots to how I got to where I am today. So Xerox is the company I told you about that I was hired to fire. So they called me up and said, hey, you think you can do what you did at Ingram for us on the provider side for McDonald's? And I said, I'm happy to help you. I'll go up there. I'm McDonald's. I'm thinking, whoa. I'm a technology guy. It's McDonald's. It's burgers. At the time, I was courting with Disney and Nike. I remember back when I thought about Blue Cross and that job and why I was looking at Aflac at the time and Total Systems and what gravitated me to Blue Cross. Well, Blue Cross didn't have a network. They needed somebody to put one in. They didn't have certain technology. They needed somebody to do that. Well, McDonald's was on the cusp of, they already started it, but on the cusp of really pushing technology into the restaurants. Things that drive inventory, things that drive a point of sale system and that sort of stuff. And technology in the corporate space, right? Enabling corporate employees to do more.